What's going on, my friends? Happy Sunday night or Monday morning. Anyway, we're somewhere in this damn time change, and wherever you might be across the world, it's post AEW Revolution went down merely a couple minutes ago, live on pay-per-view. Did you guys watch it? Thumbs up, thumbs down, to the middle. Your thoughts about AEW Revolution live on pay-per-view around the world. Yes. So if you're watching live on X, give me a follow. As always, if you're watching on Twitch, help a brother out, man. Maybe if you're watching on YouTube as well, give me a subscribe as always. And if you're on X, maybe you're watching a different platform, follow me on my official X right there, right? Into the Square Circle podcast. I have a poll up, not a stripper poll, an actual voting poll. And I promise it's not rigged. But you go on my official X profile and ask you guys, what's your thoughts about AEW's Revolution as a whole as a pay-per-view? 60% of you guys said it was great. 20% it was bad. 20% would say, meh, it was okay. And 0% so far didn't give a rat's ass about the pay-per-view. So while you still have time, 23 hours left on the poll. So head on over there, give me a vote on my official X post. Your thoughts about AEW Revolution. Maybe you're watching live right now here on my stream. I know it's late at night. I said Monday morning, but I mean, it technically is Monday morning unless you live on the East Coast. But hey, if you're a third shifter, maybe you're working, welcome. Maybe you're trying to go to sleep and I just made it worse. I'm sorry. But anyway, as we're cruising into Monday, let's talk about AEW Revolution. Now we'll put the whole damn card right here on the screen to talk to you. But my thoughts about it, holy smokes, what a pay-per-view. I mean, blood and guts was spilled around this whole damn pay-per-view in Los Angeles, California, of course, of all places. And shit, man, what a pay-per-view. Hey, the stars were out. The stars, I mean, not the stars in the sky. I'm talking about the actual Hollywood stars were in the crowd for AEW Revolution in Los Angeles, man. And I'm glad the cameras were able to catch them at ringside. You got Ken Hong. What's that fucking guy from the American Got Talent or American Idol? I don't know. He was a wee man from Jackass was at ringside, man. That was pretty cool. We got a couple people from Saturday Night's Saturday Night Live. Not Saturday Night's main event. Saturday Night Live. If you watched the 50th anniversary, I saw some people in the crowd. So we got some actual stars at the ringside for AEW Dynamite. That was pretty badass, right? Man, let's talk about that controversial chick. I'm not sure if she was part of the Queen of the Ring movie. By the way, I haven't seen it yet. I promised I was going to see it, but my wife refused to let me go see it. So I'll try to go see it. I'm going to try to. But if you saw it, do not spoil the movie to me. But Ash Avildsen, the director of Queen of the Ring, he was at ringside. And I guess another actress was part of the movie. And there was another chick next to her. And I can't remember what question they asked her. But, your thoughts about the movie, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, well, this one thing I knew, acting like a pro wrestler, that at least we know the finishes before coming out the ring. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me, right? Like, you literally blurt that out right before the main event on the actual wrestling show. Like, I need to fucking know that on the pay-per-view. Like, I need to know that. It's like telling me before Christmas, hey, man, Santa, that fat fuck with the beard, he's fake. Yeah, so I'm the one been buying presents, and just forget it. Come on. These fucking Hollywood actors, The Rock, who like to spill the beans, right? I don't need to know about it. I do. Just keep your comments to yourself. Just like the whole Rock issue, man. He does the whole press conference after the whole Cody Rhodes thing, and he talks about it. Yeah, we kind of talked about it backstage, had some tequila. And I don't need to know about it. Just fucking surprise us, and that's it. Keep it to yourself. These Hollywood actors, man, I swear, man, they treat this like it's, how those news, how they talk to the actors. Like, hey, man, the new movie's coming out this weekend. You know, what you think about it? How was the movie? And like, they'll break, like, no, this is pro wrestling. Don't need to. Anyway, I'm going to soapbox. All right, so let's talk about AEW Revolution. And hey, start the show. Did you guys watch the pre-show on YouTube? Did you? Did you like it? It was okay. So let me go ahead and share my screen here really quick. I promise no nude photos on here as always. Right. Let's go to my favorite and everyone's accurate website of all time, Wikipedia, because there all the truth is on there. Everything's right. So here's the 3 pre-shows. Matches went down more than I thought. We got Commander and Hologram defeated Lee Johnson and Blake Christian. I think there was another. No. That was just that match. Okay. Anyway, is what it is. A lot of high spots. Yada, yada, yada. 9 minutes and 55 seconds if you get a rat's ass in time. If you're right, jotting down the times at home in a notebook. All right. Pre-show match number 2, an 8-man tag team match of Daniel Garcia and the Undisputed Kingdom, Adam Cole, baby. Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly defeated the Shane Taylor Promotions, Shane Taylor, Charlie Bravo, Lee Moriarty, and Captain Shawn D by submission. And, oh yeah, we got to throw in the Jericho, which we'll get to it momentarily. What the fuck happened in that one? And of course, the close out the pre-show match, the pre-show 0 hour. Boom! AJ, I almost said AJ Lee. Boom, AJ! And the collaboration, Orange Cassidy and Mark Briscoe defeated Johnny TV and MXM Collection. Obviously, these guys got a big pop for the LA connection here. And we can backtrack to the Chris Jericho, man. What the fuck was all that about, man? Chris Jericho, fuck, man. So not Hologram, the other fucking guy, Gravity, who had the mask on, right? Walking down slow-mo, walking down the ring, gets in the ring. He hugs his family. So this guy's not a legit Gravity with a NASA suit, right? He has a family. He has children sitting at ringside. He hugs them. He's in the ring. Okay. And I guess he's going to have a one-on-one match against Chris Jericho, the learning tree. Chris Jericho comes down. They beat the living out of him. They jumped him, right? Fucking the Bad Apple and Redwood. All 3 of them beat the crap out of Gravity. Yet better, they took the mask off Gravity. So his face was somewhat exposed to the crowd. Obviously, his face was facing away from the hard camera, so we couldn't see his face, but of course, he had a beard, mustache. You can see part of his face. So poor old Gravity, his face got exposed. The Mexican luchador tradition got crushed in Los Angeles. And it just got weird, right? You got Gravity's family jumping over the barricade, got in the ring. Don't take out me, mijo. This is me, mijo. Like, they're covering him. And, you know, Jericho's grabbing a bat, and you're like, trying to attack his family, and like, this is fucking bad. This is really bad. Man, out comes Bandito. Bandito comes out for the save. I like Bandito, but of course he gets outnumbered by the Chris Jericho tree family bullshit. I don't know. That was not for me. I'm sorry. That was really bad. And I mean, it rightfully belongs in the 0 hour because I just gave me 0 shits for it. So, anyway, these 3 pre-show matches are pretty damn good. Pretty solid, right? Right. Okay. Pay-per-view kicks off. Shit, I'm going over the damn place here. Adam Hangman Page. Spoilers. I'm blowing this whole damn thing here. But let's talk about the first show to kick off, man. The pay-per-view kicks off. Pyro goes off. Boom, 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 boom. And here we go. Adam Page versus MJF. Slobber knockers. Jim Ross was saying these guys had a hell of a match. My favorite part in this match is where Adam Page was sitting in the middle of the ring on the floor, just sitting up like how I'm sitting. You know, MJF was ready to do the fucking Rock move, right? You know how the Rock takes off the armbands, throws it to the crowd, does this shit, hits the ropes. MJF hits the fucking ropes, goes back and forth. And then he stops in front of Adam Page, and he put his junk in front of Adam Page, and he just hit his dick. on MJF's face. Like, he just, like, smacks the shit on him with his fucking balls. Talking about balls and steals, man. That was fucking good, man. A traditional MJF heel, just fucking flipping off the crowd, gives zero fucks. But, man, great match, man. These guys, both of these guys beat the living out of each other. Long story short, Adam Page defeated MJF 1, 2, 3 by pinfall. What a match, baby. That was a hell of a match. And I talked about this in my previews and prediction. Now that MJF would, I mean, if he got beaten, what's next for him? Right? We have a number one contenders for the world champ. By the way, we'll get to it shortly here. But, you know, I know he wants to go for the title. We know we got Jeff Jarrett wants the title, but he disappeared. So, like, what's next for MJF? He's going to go away for another 6 months? I mean, how many times does MJF has to leave and then come back? And, yeah, man. So, Adam Page won. I mean, fine and dandy. Great match. But coming out of this, what's next? So, I guess I keep our eyes peeled on this coming Wednesday at the AEW Dynamite. All right, next match, Mercedes Moné. Yeah, she defeated Momo Watanabe. 18 minutes and 30 seconds. Hard-hitting match, right? Momo's fantastic. You know, slapping the shit out of Mercedes, kicking her. Mercedes brought the pain back, man, and she had a hell of a match. And by not pinning her, got her by submission, and walked away and retained the AEW TBS Championship. So, wasn't a terrible match, you know. It was a pretty good match. Both ladies had a hell of a match. They proved in the ring that they're two of the baddest females in the AEW division. And we'll have to wait and see what's next for Mercedes Moné. Right? All right. So far, so good. Do you guys enjoyed the pay-per-view so far? We're two matches in the pay-per-view already. You guys get your money's worth. All right. I can't hear you, so I'm going to move on. Swerve Strickland versus Ricochet. All right, that was a pretty good match, man. I mean, everything but the kitchen sink, man. High spots, you know, insane shit. You know, there's a spot in the match where Ricochet, who stole Prince Nana's robe, was hanging on the ring post. Prince Nana managed to snatch it up as Ricochet was getting distracted. There was a spot in the match where Prince Nana was dancing with the robe. And, you know, Ricochet was ready to do a move on Swerve. And Swerve chucked Ricochet. Ricochet did like a tope dive through the ropes and landed on poor Prince Nana by accident. Now, of course, later on in the match, Prince Nana got smashed by, I think Swerve or Ricochet, one of the two in the match. So Prince Nana is just taking legit bullets in this damn match. It's just great, insane shit from Swerve, man. Long story short, Swerve Strickland defeated Ricochet by pinfall. Hell of a match. And Swerve Strickland, yeah, he is your number one contender for the AEW World Champion. Could he get the title next? Well, we know the next AEW pay-per-view will be on, April 6th in Philadelphia. AEW Dynasty. So it will not be in St. Louis this year. We'll be heading out to the East Coast in Philadelphia. So if you happen to be living out the East Coast, here's a chance to see Dynasty going down live on pay-per-view. Of course, April 4th, WWE SmackDown will be right here at the Allstate Arena in Chicago. Yes, I will be there. And 2 days later, AEW Dynasty live on pay-per-view in Philadelphia. So loaded wrestling weekend. All right, let's move on. Kushka Okada had a slobber knocker match against Brody King. Man, bad boy Brody King. One tough son of a bitch. Slapping the shit out of Okada, man. You can see Okada's normal skin tone. And the way Brody King slapped him, man, it was like fucking raw beef, like raw meat on his chest. The way he slapped him around like a silly boy. And, I think Okada brought a chair in the ring. The ref took it away. or something like that, or probably vice versa. And eventually Okada grabbed the not Intercontinental, that's WWE trademark, the AEW Continental. There's so many fucking titles out there, man. It's hard to keep track. Okada had a Continental champion. Wham! Knockout Brody King. And ref turned around. He was pending Brody. 1, 2, 3. The Rainmaker Okada walked away with the Continental title. Ha! Yeah. Well, that's it, man. I'm jumbling words there. So, can we get an Okada versus? I talked about this last week. Save it for AEW's All In at the biggest show on the planet Earth at the baseball stadium, Global Life Field, Texas in July. Okada versus Kenny Omega. Spoiler alert. Could that happen? Title versus title? Oh my God, I know I jumped ahead here. Let's move on next here. The Hurt Syndicated. Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin defeated the Outrunners. Turbo Floyd and True Magnum. 8 minutes. Holy shit. I didn't see all the... yeah, wow. That's the shortest time on the card. Wow, 8 minutes and 40 seconds. I didn't pay attention to it. Turbo Floyd, man. Impressive, man. Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. You can't compete them, man. They're top notch. They're top tier. They're tag team loyalty. These guys are veterans. They're badass. If they came across them in a dark alley, I turn around and walk away. I would, because they're legit badasses. The Outrunners, they're fantastic, man. I'm a big fan of these guys. The whole 80s thing. Shelton Benjamin trying to take down Turbo Floyd. Turbo Floyd's trying to have the Hulkamania. Trying to get Hulkified his ass. But long story short, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin defeated the Outrunners and walked away and retained the AEW tag team titles. Yeah, right? Pretty good. Wasn't too shabby. All right, up next. This was a Hollywood ending fall. And I didn't realize it was a Falls Count Anywhere match. I kind of found out today. So it tells me I don't pay attention. 12 minutes and 55 seconds. Man, these ladies had everything but the kitchen sink. My God, this is a ladies' match. Both ladies were juicing on her face, man. Both ladies were busted open. I mean, first thing right off the bat, when the match kicked off, both ladies wanted to throw each other off the stage. I'm like, gosh dang, man. You got to be ready. A women's match. They beat the living hell out of each other. They brought out a broken wine glass and they damn bucket. And both ladies taped their hands with tape so the sticky side's facing out. They put their hands in the bucket and they got freaking a glass in their hands. And they're just taking shots. This is ECW shit in the ladies' match. And it's just the way these ladies went hard. These ladies went hard in this match. Of course, both ladies ended the match on stage, man. Poor Luther got spit in the face by Mariah. She got fucking horse drop kick his ass, and he fell over the damn table on stage. All the glasses and shit fell off. And they had a big giant table that says the ending, the Hollywood. Anyway, Toni Storm defeated Mariah May by pinfall on the stage. 1, 2, 3. And she was just, her body was laying on top of Mariah May. As the camera panned away, you could see the ending on the Titantron. And the end. That's it. The finale. Possibly the final time we will see Toni Storm and Mariah May. Maybe. Just absolutely just brutal in a women's match. And you have 3 matches after it. They're going to come after this One of them they're going to try to top out, or at least two of them after this is going to top out this one. It's insane. And it only gets better from here and crazier. So Toni Storm walked away with the AEW Women's World Champion, defeated Mariah May in the Hollywood Endings Falls Count Anywhere's match. Brutal. Wicked. All right. Up next, talk about this badass match. 28 minutes and 30 seconds. Kenny Omega defeated Konosuke Takeshita. Man, it's a Kenny Omega match as you can expect it. This is fucking Wrestle Kingdom Kenny Omega. You're going to get the best of the best Kenny Omega. I don't know what else to say. This match was top notch. High caliber, high octane, high spots, off the walls moves, and a lot of false finishes. Just incredible. And as expected, I talked about this in my previews and predictions. I don't know what else to say. There's nothing bad coming out of this, I can say. But Kenny Omega defeated Konosuke Takeshita and walked out with the AEW's International Championship. Incredible. Now let's backtrack what I just said a couple minutes ago. Okada walked away with the Continental. Kenny Omega walked away with the International. Title versus title. Okada versus Omega, number 569. I don't know what year it is at, but yeah, man. Come on, man. That's money. That is money. But I'm not a booker. I'm just a freaking fan of my basement. All right. Great match. So far, so good. Are you guys watching live? Are you still awake? Come on. I'm trying to wake your asses up. Your thoughts about it so far. Thought about the Omega and Takeshita match. Good shit, huh? All right. Speaking of good shit, 29 minutes exact. That's hard to believe that. Ospreay defeated Kyle Fletcher in a steel cage match. My God, you thought the Toni Storm and Mariah May was insane? Now, my wife, she was with me in the bedroom watching this on the television, and she watching the Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher match. She had to turn around like, man, this shit's making me sick. I'm like, babe, this is pro wrestling. This is everything about the kitchen sink, babe. Yes. And she like, okay, I'm leaving the room because these guys literally try to kill each other. And these guys trying to manhandle each other, rip each other, shred to shreds, flesh by flesh. Yikes. Man, who was the first one to bleed? Ospreay, right? And then Kyle Fletcher decided to juice. Will Ospreay try to do like right off the bat when the match began? Ospreay did like a running backboard off the damn or like a springboard on the ropes. He hit his ankle on the cage and he hurt his ankle. Like fucking ready, man. It's not even a minute in the match. And by the way, both guys never went through the steel cage door. There's a door there for a reason. Why would you climb the damn cage? They stare at each other at the top of the cage and they come down. Just go through the damn door. Make life a little easy here. Anyway, that's just me. I will use the door. They had an elevator. I'd take it too. You know what, man? Both guys had a hell of a match. They put their bodies on the rye. On the rye. They probably need a little bit of the rye, you know what I'm saying, after this match. But they put their bodies on the line in the ring for us dumbasses watching the show. Us, the fans, putting their bodies on the line. Incredible. Bravo, man. Oh, man, I can't tell you how many crazy spots they did. A barbed wire bat. Mark Davis came down with the bag, of course. He got juiced as well. He got thumbtacks in the match. Everything but the kitchen sink. Yeah, both guys. Top of the cage. And Ospreay did a Spanish fly with the thumbtacks and the bat barbed wire in the middle of the ring. To remind you, atop of the cage, Kyle Fletcher, Ospreay did a Spanish fly to Kyle Fletcher from the top cage all the way down to the ring mat. Oh my God! By God Almighty! I think Jim Ross called this match, or no, I know Jim Ross called the Mariah May match. He's like, but God almighty, holy smokes, man. Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher. Dave Meltzer right now, he probably got 16 stars on this son of a bitch. Yeah, man, this is a hell of a match. A slobber knocker, as Jim Ross would say. And I don't know, man. I guess you just can't top it off. I mean, what else you can do? And I tweeted out, how can the main event top this? How? It's impossible. And, well, I mean, Ospreay won. I mean, you know, is what it is, you know. Hey, the main event. Jon Moxley went one-on-one against Cope. You know, a lot of stiff arms, right? To kick off the match, a lot of stiff elbows back-to-back. You know, Moxley's ripping the padding off the floor. He's trying to do a freaking, was a pile driver, trying to destroy Cope's neck in the match. Fast forward through the match. Of course, she had, what's that? Wheeler Yuta came out. Wheeler Yuta, you know, like after last week, we thought he was going to leave Moxley. You know, Cope shook his hand, told him this is what respect feels like. And eventually, Wheeler Yuta made his choice, and he took out Cope instead, shaking his head no. Because he knew what he did was a bad boy. Wrong choice. But, last week, or no, this past Wednesday on Dynamite, Switchblade Jay White said, I'm going to come out there and I'm going to support Cope. Bang, bang. And that's what he did. He stuck by his word. And Switchblade Jay White came out to support Cope and took out Wheeler Yuta. And eventually, there was the briefcase in the ring that had apparently the champion belts in it for Moxley. I don't know. Anyway, he was ready to use that briefcase. I think he was going to attack Moxley or Wheeler Yuta. One of those guys ducked, and Switchblade Jay White accidentally took out Cope. I'm like, oh, fuck, man. You got to be kidding me. And eventually, was it the referee? The referee got taken out as well in this match. And, yeah, I think that's what happened in this match. I don't remember. It's like fucking 12 matches. You think I can remember all this in my brain? Christian Cage, right? Christian Cage came out. And by the way, he had the contract, right? He won that one of those pay-per-views a couple months ago in a ladder match, right? And he's going to cash in the contract. Well, not really. That son of a bitch got passed out by Jon Moxley's submission. So Christian Cage wasted that contract, and Jon Moxley walked away, retaining the AEW World Champion. Not what I wanted. Of course, after everything was all set and done, Jon Moxley was going through the crowd, ready to exit the match, and out comes Prince Nana, and he's confronting Jon Moxley. The camera pans up. There's Swerve Strickland hanging out in the concourse. He did a frog splash, jumping out, taking everyone out. Now, remember, Swerve Strickland's your number one contenders for the world champion. So we'll have to wait and see out of Moxley versus Swerve, possibly now somewhere down the future. All right, come back to me, man. It is midnight here in Chicago time. Thank you very much for watching, as always. Your thoughts about AEW Revolution. Your thoughts in the comment section down below. And, yeah, man, hell of a pay-per-view, a loaded pay-per-view. Steel Cage tonight. We got Steel Cage tomorrow. All right, what's midnight today? Today's Monday. So tonight on Raw Netflix, CM Punk versus Seth Rollins in the Steel Cage at Madison Square Garden. There's a lot of Steel Cage action going down in the world of pro wrestling. All right, that's it. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to get some sleep. Hope you guys had a great night watching AEW Dynamite. Thank you very much for watching. Support the podcast. Scan the QR code. Take the podcast to go. And follow me on all social media, X, Twitch, and YouTube. If you're watching live right now, help a brother out. Independent Wrestling Podcast. All right, folks, have a great night. And I'll talk to you guys Tuesday in the morning right here on the Into the Square Circle podcast, post WWE Monday Night Raw. I'll see you guys then. Good night, everybody.